Greetings, welcome back to Switched to Linux. Today we're going to have a look at Linux Lite 4.0, and I just realized I did not fix my banner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, then we'll read some comments and jump on into the review here. Linux Lite 4.0 released. I need to add a hotkey for my bevel. Alright, I think that just about gets my banner set up. See if it's working. Of course not. Why would the banner work? There we go. Now we have a banner. Alright. So, how is everybody doing today? Cool War Boy, you still here? Yes, we are streaming on the Christian channel tonight at 9 Eastern, 2 hours from now. I'll be streaming on my other channel. Yon Lopez, greetings. See me rot, hello there. QN Fiend, Antic Designs, how's it going? Felt uncomfortable typing to yourself. But I talk to myself all the time. I mean, me, myself, and I have great conversations. It's awesome. Is Linux Lite data collection free? It appears to be, if at least it's collecting data. It is not telling you it's collecting data. So my guess is it probably is not collecting any data. How's the volume? I keep on redlining, but I'll adjust the volume if I need to. Let me know how it is in the comments. Alright, best of my knowledge, run it daily, and is it good? If you need or want lightweight XFCE, Linux, this is a great choice. I don't think there's been any 64-bit system that it wouldn't run on. Single core. Yeah, I run mine. I don't run Linux Lite on my netbook PC. I run Peppermint, which is very similar, and I like that quite a bit. Hello, Keegan. How's it going there?
Hello, everybody. I woke up. Tom was talking, so I had to come on.
All right. Let's see. Let me make room for the cat. All right. You heard that Linux Mint 19 beta is coming the 4th of June. No, I did not catch that. I was looking for the release notices. I decided to do Linux Lite today, and then I'll do that as soon as it comes out, which is, when's that, Tuesday, I think? So I guess maybe Tuesday we have a topic. Kitsun, greetings. Present arms, hello there. Still betting ISO, fix the file. Cat, leave that alone. The cat found my my switching switch that moves my monitors around. And now, ever since he's found it, he likes being on the desk till he can try and play with it. Richard Addison, hello, sir. Thanks for leaving us your show. Yes, absolutely. Hello, people. Greetings. And when is your video talking about the best DEs of the year coming? I don't know yet. I want to test a lot more of them before I release that, but I'd like to start testing those very soon. I got to get Debian off this computer right now, so. Show you the kitty. Meow. Am I late? No, Mike, I just started. Woof, woof. Right. I wonder if the cat's on catnip. No, actually, none of my cats have ever liked catnip. I've trained my kitties to be drug-free. Linux Lite will be assimilated. Resistance is quite futile. Job on the setup. Thank you very much. This is one of the Linux Lite wallpapers from their forum, and then of course I added their logo to the top of it and all that. Volume is good. All right. Did CJ pluck some feathers before the stream? Yes. I'm on break at work watching this. Very cool. Glad you can join us. Daniel Kovacs, how's it going there? Lisa White, hello. All right, let's go ahead and dive on into this. Let me actually make sure my web browser is set up right. There we are. Yes, that is. Oh, I don't have. Can I fix that? Can I fix that? Can I fix that? Actually, I just needed to make a couple little adjustments here, I think. I didn't set a green screen for the... did not set a green screen for the website part. Let me just see what I can do on that. Okay, drop you down there. And... that'll work. Alright, that's good. Alright. So let's go ahead and we're going to re-roll the intro, and then we're going to get started on this. And let me push the start recording button. Did find out if I download the video from YouTube, it seems to be blurry. It seemed my one video I forgot to record last night was blurry coming out the other end. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started here. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, we're going to be looking today at the new release of Linux Lite. Linux Lite 4.0 is released, the first of the 4X branch. And this comes with a lot of fascinating improvements. They did a great job on this. I have installed it and ran updates. I did not do anything else, so I didn't really dig into all of the things. But let's go ahead and start by looking at their website here. So you can check this out at linuxliteos.com. You can grab the distro and grab the information. So they have a variety of different things on their website. Of course, ooh, it's a computer. You can get internet on this computer? Whoa, shocking. But anyway, no, it's a great distro. It works very well on lower end computers or older computers. This is the first release that does not have a 32-bit distro, but they do have they do mention that their 3X line will be fully supported with security updates until 2021. So if you are still running a 32-bit system, look at running that one. This will not have the information. You can get all of the release notes over here. There's a lot of fascinating things. This one is called Diamond, is the code name of this. So we have a new theme, the adaptive theme, and the Papyrus icon sets. I'm not a big fan of these types of icon sets, but if I had to use one, I think Papyrus would be the one I would use because it's flat, it's modern, but it's not annoyingly flat and modern. So not my favorite, but it's still pretty cool. We do have a welcome screen when we come in, and we'll kind of see that as we boot the system up. And then there's a few other items. There is the Lite desktop, which is, I'm guessing it's just basically all of the regular icons, but you can adjust this in a certain way. That is only for English builds as of right now. There is a new help manual built in, which has a lot of different helps. That's one of the great things about Linux Lite, is it's good for people who need a lot of help because it's a good system that works well, but it doesn't actually have it has a lot of your built-in help documents into it. There is a Light Sounds tool. They have included time shift in here, so you can make restore points of your system. They have new Linux Lite branded applications inside of your systems menu, so you can make the various adjustments. Just more things to bring in this user-friendliness. So they're kind of bringing in the user-friendliness that you might see in like MX Linux. So that's kind of what they're looking at there. They have a new terminal. This looks pretty cool. I didn't boot into this, but that looks kind of neat. And then the menu libre for making your menu edits, grub, boot splash screen. Then, of course, they are running Firefox 60, Thunderbird 52, LibreOffice 6, GIMP 2.10. Woohoo! So that's kind of what we're seeing here. Thunar File Manager, backup and restore, as time shift is 1804. Kernel is 4.15. And there are some custom kernels you can get as well, anywhere from 3.13 to 4.16 are all available. So they have a lot of different, things. So let's go ahead and boot this distro up and see what it looks like. Hey, so we are now booted into the system. You can see that we get our nice help screen. I guess one of the challenges that I found is that if you click on these, you'd assume it would load up the window and then go right to that part, but it doesn't. All of these that you click just go right to the first step, install updates. You have to scroll down for the next. Not that that's a huge thing. Just be aware of that. I would think that clicking on it will hot link you down to that section. We have online support. We have the help manuals, forums, hardware database, code, the donate, the shop. If this is a distro you want to use, you want to help support them financially for the great product that they're doing. So over here, let's go ahead and have a look. Now, of course, one of the things I did is I set the desktop resolution to be the size of my screen, but everything worked out well. So this is untouched. You can see our clock actually gives us our 12-hour format instead of our 24 by default, so that's good. Very handy. They also put the volume on the system tray. That's one of the things they had mentioned, so you can actually get in here and do your adjustments a little bit better on your audio. And then we have a quick launch bar over here. We can show the desktop. Here's loading Firefox, Thunar, and here is the terminal. Okay, so you can see what the terminal there looks like. They actually give us a very nice system there. Let's do. Okay, apparently I can't get into the root that way. But anyway, that's a very nice looking terminal. Looks pretty cool, like that. We have here a control panel link right on the desktop. So kind of catering to the Windows users. The setup is very much like Windows. Of course, here's your menu, all your items in here. They are calling this control panel. Other systems might call this like system settings. That again caters to like the Windows crowd. So here's our appearance. We have a variety of different appearance setups. We're not going to adjust these because I really like the theming that they've already done with it. Icon sets. So they do have a number of icons in here. Here's your fonts. Other settings, show images on buttons, show images on menus, things like that. So everything in there is looking pretty good. Let's go back to the all settings. Of course, your desktop, your panel settings. I show people how to adjust the panels and stuff a lot, so I'm not going to bother with messing with these ones. Just check out any other XFCE distro, and I do that. For your display, this is, again, I think the default was like, I don't know, it was 1280, I think. I just went ahead and pop this up to the full HD setting. And of course, I think XFCE doesn't have any problem supporting multiple different desktops, and each one can have a different image. So that's actually another cool function of it. Firewall configuration. We have to enter our password. My guess is this is off by default. Most of them are. Oh, it is on by default. Cool. That's actually pretty nice that the firewall is set up. So if you are having connection issues with any particular device, double check the firewall settings before you get too far into anything else. Here is the auto settings. So this is where you get all of these settings that otherwise would be more complicated. You might not know where to look, but the Lite has done a great job of putting these in. So if you want to enable or disable your auto login, you can do it from right inside here. Here's the desktop, so you can enable what you want on it. Let's do that. Recycle bin. See what that actually does. I'm not completely certain. I'm not completely certain what the Lite desktop happens to be. Lite info, hardware database does not accept submissions from a virtual machine. Okay. Lite network shares. I'm not a regular Linux Lite user. It is very similar, though, to Peppermint. All right. Let me just see real quick if... Okay, leave me alone. Don't care. Thank you. I just want to see if by chance it actually automatically detects my network settings. I might need to set that up. Yep, I would need to set up the Samba shares in order to get that working. So, all right, we're not going to worry about that. Lite software, I believe this is your software installation. Okay, so we have the option to install software or remove software. Let's go ahead and hit the install software. And so here is a variety of different software that's not installed. So Audacity, Calibri, Cherry Tree for taking notes. We have a very nice descriptor over here, what the item happens to be. Sure, let's go ahead and install that. Why not? Installing FileZilla. Okay, so we can go back into installing software again. Okay, now there should be more software available than just these. These are just common tasks. So let's just go ahead and quit that one. Light sounds, if you want to enable system sounds, you can do that. Okay, so I'm actually getting some light system sounds doing that. You can enable login sound, disable system sounds, things like that. Okay, so here's all the different repositories that we're grabbing from right now. System report, tweaks. So the tweaks here are, these are great little, basically little scripts that will do a variety of different things. Adjusting stuff, you know, kernel installer, kernel remover, if you need to fix the boot up, anything like that. So you can get a lot of different items in here. You can experiment with some of these to see what else is in here. Let's have a look at the software. Inside your settings, this is, of course, all the various settings that we were just looking at in the menu itself. Accessories. Archive management, backups, so if you need to make some file backups. This one might be the one that could support a network backup. I know some of them do, some of them don't. My guess is this one's probably the Ubuntu one, which last I knew does, but I might be wrong about that. Even if it doesn't, there is a fix for that. I did a video on it on Linux Mint, because Linux Mint's backup tool does not allow you to back up to a network. But if you load your network server with the fstab file on boot, then your backup system can make a backup to a network server. Home folder, screenshot, under graphics, here's GIMP. Of course, this should be the new version of GIMP that just came out, and it is. This is, I think, the first distro that I'm looking at that has the newest version of GIMP installed, so that's pretty cool. Gorgeous, and they give us the single window mode by default. That is huge. I think one of the reasons some people have a hard time getting used to GIMP is the default. It does not have a single window mode enabled, and that, I think, throws some people for a loop. So enabling that is a great thing. It's awesome to see that these guys have enabled that by default on the system. That greatly helps for user friendliness. Scanner for scanning documents. We have the web browser. We have Thunderbird. Of course, I installed FileZilla, but Thunderbird's good. I love the fact that they're installing Thunderbird and not some of the other junky mail systems that are being installed in some systems. So here we have VLC as our main media player. We have our CD/DVD burning application. Which one is this? Oh, no burners are currently available. Okay, well, I just want to see which one it is. Okay, XF burn. Makes sense. XFCE, duh. All right, so here we have presentation, spreadsheet, and documents are the only applications they're giving us out of LibreOffice by default. So that's actually probably sufficient. People who need math or databasing would probably be able to get in there and install those themselves. But it does look like we have our spell checker installed as well by default. That's something that at least the version of Peppermint I have does not have. I think it has spell checking enabled, but it does not have the thesaurus enabled. And so you just had to set those up separately. Oh, I wanted to close, not cancel. Don't save. All right. All right, inside of our systems, we can install, remove software. Let's see if this is the same one we had I was looking at earlier. Okay, so this is loading Synaptic Package Manager. So if you need more stuff than just the ones that were in that quick menu, that was the most common software applications, you want to load up this one, which is your Synaptic Package Manager. So that is good. They've included that as well for the more advanced people. So it's not just for beginners. It's also more for more advanced people as well. We have HTOP installed. You can see right now we're only running on 566 megabytes of RAM, which is great, especially since we've already been playing around with some things. So that's good. All right. Of course, we have time shift. So time shift is, if you're used to the Windows world, time shift is very much like the restore points that Windows would do. And anytime you, on Windows, anytime you install a new piece of software, on Windows, it would create a restore point. Time shift basically allows you to do a restore point. In fact, that's even what they tell you in the startup screen. If you look at their startup screen, if you, that's not the one I was looking for. I saw it somewhere. Just trying to remember where the startup screen was. Oh, there we go. Light welcome. All right, so if you come down here and hit the set a restore point, scroll down to set a restore point, that's what it tells you. Create just like on Windows a restore point so you can restore in case something goes wrong. So this loads, it loads time shift. So that's what that one is doing there. All right. Another thing I wanted to see. Okay, there's desktop. A lot of images by default. So of course this is the default diamond image. That's this one. We also have a variety of different ones like this. Then we have some nice cool race cars. Very nice scenery. So a lot of really nice images in here by default that you can pick from. Of course, you can pick your own stuff as well. I'm going to go back to the default just since it's more brings in more cred to what version and things that I'm using. What I was looking for is what I kind of wanted to see is the Lite desktop. Okay, so select the desktop icons you wish to enable or disable. Okay, so that is just whichever icons we wanted to enable or disable. So network disable should get rid of my network icon. Okay, good. Now I got it. I was a little confusing for me for a minute there when I first looked at that. So I can add and remove different things. So let's see, where's my user files? Looks like though I can't easily get rid of the help manual with that method. So that's an interesting thing. All right, let's check if the comments, see if anybody has any questions before I wrap the video up. All right. That's not the one that's not the screen I wanted. I wanted that screen there. There we are. All right. Hey, I'm looking right at the comments now. Look at that. Okay. Hello, Laurentino. Corey Scott, hello. Using Linux Lite 4.0 right now. Seeing about upgrading to 4 or not. Very cool. What is the internet and how can I get it on my PC? Man, it's this mystical, magical thing that connects everybody's brains to everybody else's and allows a whole lot of big corporations to spy on everything you do. It will be the end of privacy as we know it. Kyrie Holmes loves the flat themes. Very good, very good. Well, good thing, the fact that one of the things I love about Linux is if you love the flat theme, talk. If you love the flat themes, you got them. If you don't love the flat themes, you can get rid of them. And that's one of the things I love about Linux. Like, in this build, how this is, I wouldn't have any problems running with this. I mean, honestly. King of Games, hello, greetings. Daniel, greetings. Dr. Rob, hello there. Adolphus of Blood, hi. Greetings there. All right. Leave any questions that you might have before I close this up. Then I could incorporate any other Q&A stuff into the video for the final release here. Been waiting for years to see GIMP in one window instead of 5. Yeah, love the new GIMP. Use GIMP weekly to make my wallpapers. Very good. Yeah, GIMP is awesome. And you could always do that. You could always set it that way. It's just that it defaulted to that multi-panel crazy mode for some reason. I have no idea why. Yes, they seriously have improved the theming. The theming is quite impressive on this. More like Windows Office than I remember. Yeah, they and that's, I love what LibreOffice is doing, where they're not getting rid of, you know, they're not giving you the stupid ribbon that's impossible to find stuff. It's like, I love the toolbar concept. Customize the toolbar to the things you actually want up there. Shocking, I know. Take a drink every time he picks up the cat. Anyone use non-16:9 resolution anymore? There's a few out there that don't. Improve the theming section. Okay, sadly there's a couple 4.3 displays still kicking around there. Yeah. Hello, Thomas Holt. Love your name, man. Tried putting Lite on an old laptop once, but it threw up a kernel panic when I put the DVD in. And then again, so did Windows 7. Ironically, Mint worked. But then the hard drive started clicking. Yeah, that's not good. And normally set 4K to make my wallpapers so I could future-proof them. There you go. That's good. Greetings, Spider. Is it Spider LMs? How's it going there? For the Cubes tutorials. Very good, man. Awesome. Well, if you have any feedback or things on things to improve, I'm going to be doing the same thing with Cubes 4 because I want to get my Cubes rebuilt. I can either spend the same amount of time trying to fix my Cubes 3 or just rebuild it with Cubes 4 because I didn't have anything important on there. Greetings there, Live or Die. How are you? Based on Ubuntu 18.04. That is correct, yes. What is my opinion of Linux Lite theming? Good, bad? I'm not a big fan of the flat modern UIs, but overall, I think the theming is very good. You know what I would like it to see is I would like to kind of see the your menu probably be darker than that. Maybe not black, but certainly a darker shade of gray. Something so it doesn't pop out quite so much when you want to look at it. Other than that, the theming is good. It's nice. I do like it. FreeOffice 2016 is where it's at on Linux. Yeah, actually, I mean, well, I don't know. FreeOffice. Let me see which one FreeOffice is. I prefer LibreOffice. Let me have a look. Google by default? Ew. From SoftMaker. Yeah, I didn't, I mean, I looked at this a couple times, but I am not I mean, there was something about it, I can't remember what it was, but there was something about it I just couldn't stand. Maybe part of it's just the ribbon and stuff. I do not care for that ribbon. I've always hated it, and one of the greatest selling points I loved of LibreOffice is no ribbon. You may or may not be able to get rid of that. I don't know. But regardless, the fact is you know, and there was something about FreeOffice I didn't like. I can't remember what it was. It was a while ago. Related note, Linux Mint 19 will be relatable on the 4th. Yes. And I will be looking at it on the 4th, as soon as it's out. Feel dumb now. Used GIMP for 15 years. Never knew there was a single Windows mode. Yeah. First thing I always did installing GIMP. Even if I wasn't using GIMP. Install GIMP, boot it up, load single Windows mode, close GIMP. 4354 displays. I despise widescreens for development and web browsing. Okay, cool. Once in the 5 windows made me freak out. Yeah, and that's the thing, is a lot of people didn't like GIMP because of the multi-window mode. Go on there, toggle it single window mode, great. Greetings, Anna Rita. How's it going there? It's hot. Yes, free Office, 100% free and compatible with MS Office. The reality is, so's LibreOffice. You just have to save it as an Office document. The problem that Office has, Microsoft has always done this. There's documents about them doing this. They systematically do things to mess up free and open source competitors to their software. That's a Microsoft thing. It's not a LibreOffice thing. But if you go into LibreOffice and you save it as an Office doc, unless you have crazy weirdness in your files, it's perfectly compatible. A lot of the compatibility differences people see is because they're using the wrong fonts. Nokia theme and Adapta, which Linux Lite theming gives you a dark menu. I use Adapta on a daily basis. Fighting with Lizard Linux, SUSE, installed it in a VM and broke it. Wow. There's also Photoshop script to give your GIMP tool panel like a Photoshop layout. Okay. What's the most stable and secure Arch distro and apps? I don't use Arch a lot. I mean, I prefer using Manjaro if I'm in that world at all. That's interesting. So it's colder in New Jersey than it is in Canada. That's crazy. The end is nigh. All right. Doesn't look like there's any other specific questions or comments on this. So I think what I'll do is I'll kind of wrap up this part. I'll hang out on the comments as long as we want. Just an FYI, I'll be streaming on my Christian channel tonight at 9, which is an hour and a half from now. So if you want to pop over and watch that video, you can do that later on tonight. I was going to see if there's anything that I was missing about this. You know what I need to do? I need to go over and just do a final wrap-up. That's what I need to do. All right, so there is... Oh, let me get rid of that. All right, so there is your initial walkthrough of Linux Lite 4.0. A lot of fabulous changes, newer versions of software, the LibreOffice, the GIMP, all the new versions. Very nice system. I love their control panel. All of the various things that they've put in here to help the new users. So I see things in Linux Lite for a new user and for a more advanced user. If you're a new user, you need a little bit more hand-holding, you got the options. If you're a more advanced user, you have the ability to, boot up Synaptic Package Manager for your installations and, other things like that. The theming is, it's modern, which has never been my favorite, but the theming on this is really good. It is very nice looking. They just paid a lot of attention to fine details, giving you the feather up there in the user. Down here in your menu, you have your nice new feather. A lot more attention to your settings, and that will have not the current rolling kernel, but certainly a very up-to-date, very stable kernel. As of right now, of course, I didn't mention earlier, it is based on Ubuntu 18.04, but it does not appear as though it has the controversial Ubuntu data collection items in it. Not completely sure. Let me see if Ubuntu report is actually installed. Nope. So Ubuntu report is the one responsible for sending the data collection, and Ubuntu report is not installed. And so I would say that this is an 18.04 Easy to use XFCE Ubuntu type build without any of that data collection type stuff. There is a help manual up here. If you are new to Linux, you can boot this up. It's loading through your web browser, but you'll see that it is on the computer itself, and so you have everything here. You can get onto this without having internet connection. So if you are having problems with your drivers or anything like that, you can get on here and access it. So here's changing your desktop environments, changing repositories. Huh, look at that. Yeah, you can install a variety of different desktops on it. There you go. A little bit of information about how to do that. All right, so this guy here in my final analysis, if you're looking for something particularly for a lighter weight system, remember this guy was running only 600 megabytes of RAM. Great for that. It will run with single core processors. So if you're looking for something for that old computer or for a lighter end like a netbook type thing, this would be a very logical choice. It seems pretty stable, seems very snappy. Even though I'm running this in a virtual box, your setup, it looks like it requires, actually in some places, even less customization than Mint uses for me, because they give me that 12-hour clock. I'm just not a big fan of reading the 24-hour clock. We have a control panel right there on the desktop with the ability to get rid of it if we want to. Of course, here's our user files. So my overall analysis, this is pretty good. In fact, I'm thinking I might run this on my media PC for a little bit and see if it can whittle its way into my top 5 Linux distros for the closing half of 2018. So thanks for watching this video. All right, we're just going to cut that off right there because I'm going to add on my usual outro for that. All right. So it's Linux Lite based on Ubuntu 18.04 is where it's based on. You want a link for this, for the distro location? Yeah, I'll get you that. Give me a second. Let me shut down my distro over there, and then I'll get you the link. Link is incoming. All right. Okay, remember fighting with those windows, making Photoshop party submission? Huh, okay. I've been exploring OpenSUSE and Gecko in both Tumbleweed and KDE. Very good, very cool. Yeah, Gecko's pretty cool. It's Linux 4 based on Ubuntu 18.04. Link is in the chat. Jar is the most stable from what I've heard because I review packages before they release them to the public from Arch. Yes. Even a few different versions of MS Office aren't fully compatible with each other. Yeah. Bring out the GIMP. The GIMP's sleeping. Wake him up. All right. Greetings, Alan. How's it going there? Didn't see you sneak in. Richard Addison. Break open the open source. GIMP 2.8 Photoshop tweaks. You'll find a DeviantArt page. Linux or live or die. I apologize. I don't use Google. I will start page it though. Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This is just kind of a script that you can actually do all of this stuff without this script. This might make it easier, but yeah, all you need to do is just move your toolbars around and things like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Same first time I used GIMP. Learned about it on screen from watching videos. Yeah. 1804 seemed more stable to me than 1604. I think it's because of Asus. I don't like multi-window apps. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them either. No for your Christmas. Wait, what? Okay. Hopefully, new Linux Mint Cinnamon fixes the suspend touchpad wake up. Ooh, that would be pretty cool. Lite Info Tool is the data collection on online hardware. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Why I cannot mount my CD-ROM? Things I found on Google didn't help. What distro? Spin Viking, greetings. We'll wait on for just a minute there, see if Alexander gives us information on this. I'm going to wrap this up here before too long. So we'll do kind of a final call for comments, and then we'll get the kitty fed up. But let's see if I get information here on this. Essentially, user-friendly distro for beginners. Yes, very much so. Oh, I need this. I need this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Feed the kitty. Up to try. Oh, there you go. This one over here. This camera over here. Oh. And one more. No. Oh. Did you try to eat me? Yes, you tried to eat me. Here you go, buddy. Come here. There you go. They're whisker licking good. All right. Wife told me she's going to make the homemade yogurt. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Yes, homemade yogurt. There you go. Using Voyager. It's 1804, but have the same problems on all distros. Okay, so it's Voyager. You're putting in a CD-ROM. Cannot mount my CD-ROM. Things I found on Google didn't work. If you pop the disk in the drive, do you get any response? Anything going on with that? How old's the cat? That one is 8 years old. My other one is 10 years old. 2 cats. The other one's camera shy. She doesn't come around much. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Alexander, my apologies, we can't get to that. If you can jump on to another stream, maybe jump on tomorrow. I'll be doing my news at 9 Eastern. If you jump on early enough and ask your question in there, I have a big user base that will help you out. Since it's the end of the stream and I have another stream coming up in an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to jump off here. So, oh, yours is 15. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Thanks for watching. Once again, you can help support the channel at switchtolinux.com/support. I do have fun things like water bottles, coffee cups, travel mugs, things like that over at shop.switchtolinux.com. Those are from Spreadshirt. And you can check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/Tom M. So with that being said, I'm going to jump off here. Noah, I have not seen your wallpaper yet. Shoot me a link on email or something. I'm going to close this up pretty soon so I can get ready for the next one. All right. Well, we will catch you guys later. Once again, I'll be streaming on my Christian channel tonight at 9 o'clock, which is about an hour and 15 minutes or so from now. So we will catch you guys later.